Please take your seats. The meeting is about to begin. Remember to speak into the microphone, as this meeting is being recorded for public record. Please stand by. We are going on air in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for being here. It's great to see a crowded gallery. Congratulations to everyone today for our awardees, and thank you to my colleagues for being here. So before we start off, I want to acknowledge that March is we celebrate Women's History Month, and certainly the contributions that women have made to the city of Miami Beach and to our nation. And of course, my wife is sitting in the crowd, so I'll acknowledge Shannon as well. My mom's not here, so I won't give her a shout out today. And actually, we're going to start with a very special woman today. We're going to start with Michelle Sacca. And thank you, Alex Fernandez. I'll turn it over to you. And by the way, some of this, the order I pick is partly due to scheduling issues, and so I try to do it that way. Today, you see Michelle brought a lot of her friends who need to get back home to their families, so we're going to start it up. And thank you, Commissioner Fernandez.
And thank you, Mr. Mayor. And it really is such an honor to start off this meeting, as you well mentioned, Women's History Month, in recognizing someone whose work truly reflects the very best of Miami Beach, our community's creativity, our Miami Beach's compassion, our sense of community. And that's exactly what Michelle Sacca has built. It's something very special. And through Miami Food Yenta, she has helped shine a light on the vibrant culinary scene here in Miami Beach, uplifting both local restaurants, entrepreneurs, the chefs of our community, while also connecting thousands of people through food, to our culture, to our hospitality in our community. But it has to be said that Michelle's impact goes so much more beyond cuisine and restaurants and food and hospitality. She is a devoted mother, a passionate advocate, someone who has turned her personal experience into meaningful action. She is an agent of change as a mother of children with special needs. She has worked tirelessly as her mission to support neurodivergent families and ensure that children facing medical challenges are treated with dignity, are treated with compassion, and are treated with the care that they deserve. Her very beautiful partnership with Nicholas Children's Hospital has been an effort to create sensory support bags for hospitalized children. It's just one of the examples of how she transforms her empathy, her care, her love, her mission into real solutions and real change for children and families in our community. Michelle, your work is a reminder to our community that everyone can do extraordinary things with our talents, with our passions, and most importantly, with kindness, with drive, and with heart. And because of that, on behalf of our mayor, on behalf of our city commission, but most importantly, on behalf of this community that loves you, it's our honor to declare today, March 4th, 2026, as Michelle Sacca Day in the city of Miami Beach. And you have a fan club. If you want to come, if you want to say anything, if your fan club wants to join you, because I know you have a big following, not just locally, but around the world. And Mr. Mayor, I've seen her following when you go to the restaurants. People go up to you, and they know you.
Always asking for a selfie.
It's incredible. It really is incredible. Welcome.
Thank you so much for this opportunity and this honor. This is really so meaningful. I'm so lucky that, 19 years ago, my husband was like, hey, you want to marry me and move to Miami Beach? Yeah, this has been a great city to live in. Thank God my husband's family has been here for over 70 years. So very proud Miami Beach citizen, so thank you. I just want to say, you know, I've been blessed with the opportunity of being in a situation that's difficult with two profoundly disabled children and being able to find the light in it, the silver lining, and to be able to take my experiences of living in the hospital at Nicholas Children's Hospital for 10 weeks at a time even, and taking that and turning my experiences into something good that can help somebody else. And I think that's what life is all about, is using our life experiences to help the next people. So I just want to say thank you so much. This is the coolest thing in the entire world. Yes, the national and international followers will be celebrating, and we'll make sure to have a special on every March 4th going forward at all the local restaurants.
I love, and I want to thank Robin Jacobs, who brought light to the incredible and inspirational job that you do. And Robin sitting in the audience, and your own right, you're being recognized as well during Women's History Month in our city's experience. And it's great to see the following of amazing women in our community who are here to support you, who are doing great things every single day. Michelle, congratulations.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you for all that.
I just want to add, yes, it is Women's Month, Recognition Month, and I like to say, women supporting women. Again, I would not be here without my girlfriend Robin. I really appreciate it, and for all my girlfriends who are here, I love you guys so much, and thank you for taking time during the witching hour to escape from your children and families and be here for this special honor. So thank you guys. Thank you so much.
We have the First Lady of Miami Beach in the house.
We do have the First Lady.
Yeah, let's go, guys. You guys want to come up? You can.
Girls?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, first one.
You're going to be on social media.
Shalom, you want to come too? Oh, Shalom. Shalom, come. Ken, come. Shalom, come.
Okay, let's look right here. 1, 2, 3.
Girls, all my ladies? You are. Ladies, you too.
All right.
Ralph, let's call PA 6 next.
PA 6 is Proclamation, American Shore and Beach Preservation Association.
So one of the things I'm very proud of our commission is our focus on residents' quality of life, but something that doesn't often get recognized is the efforts that we've taken to protect our environment, our Biscayne Bay, our beaches, water quality. We are expending funds that really go unmatched by any other city. In addition, obviously, there's funds that come from the state and the county, but we as a city are taking efforts as well, and obviously led by Amy Knowles and Lindsay. So we really appreciate all your efforts. So I want to do this proclamation, but I want to hear from you before I go through it.
Well, thank you so much, Mayor Miner, for acknowledging this proclamation for this association. You know, about 50 years ago, we started our city's first beach renourishment effort, and we barely even had a beach before that, which is crazy to think about. Now it is like the gold standard in our country, and this association is very important to us, to our city, and really upholds us as a wonderful example. You know, we have about $20 million of protective value economically every year because of our dune system and our beaches. There's estimates that says every $1 in renourishment efforts creates $550 in reinvestment in our community. So, I mean, it's really, really important to acknowledge these works in this group, and we're just happy to do this every day. And Lindsay, I'll let you talk about the association.
Thank you, Mayor and Commissioners. It is an honor to accept this proclamation on behalf of the American Shore and Beach Preservation Association. As the city's Deputy Resilience Officer and Assistant Director of Environment and Sustainability, I serve as the city's representative on the Board of Directors of ASBPA in addition to the executive and nominating committees. I am grateful for the trust placed in me by you, our residents, to really be our community's voice on this national stage. ASBPA has spent a century championing beach and coasts and just really protecting everything that this country has to offer along our shorelines. Miami Beach has long been one of the best examples of those efforts. Our residents and businesses benefit every day from what ASBPA champions in Washington. From federal funding for beach nourishment to the national understanding of why beaches are so important as an economic engine and as coastal storm risk infrastructure. ASBPA often highlights Miami Beach as one of the best examples. After the economic downturn in the 70s, our beaches are really what turned us around. We now have a tourism economy that outpaces even the combined visitation of all U.S. national parks because of our beaches. The association's recognition of Brittany Bay Park in 2025 also underscores how innovation and stewardship are really the cornerstones of our community. Thank you for this proclamation and for allowing me to serve on the Board of Directors on behalf of our community.
Thank you. I'm just going to read a portion of the proclamation. The year 2026 marks the 100th anniversary of the American Shore and Beaches Preservation Association, ASBPA, which has dedicated a century to advancing coastal restoration protection for fostering collaboration among scientists, policymakers, and communities. The commitment was exemplified in 2025 when ASBPA awarded Brittany Bay Park the Best Restored Shore Award, celebrating its innovative hybrid living shoreline seawall design. So we celebrate the ASBPA centennial and strengthen our resolve to collaborative coastal preservation for current and future generations. Now, therefore, do we, as Mayor and the Commissioners of the City of Miami Beach, hereby proclaim March 4th, 2026 as commemorating the 100th anniversary of the American Shore and Beach Preservation Association. Thank you. Call PA1.
PA1 is proclamation Principal of the Year, Miami-Dade County Public Schools, North Region finalist Alfred Torson.
All right, come on up. So I think on most of these, we're all in agreement, right? There's not much, but we got like four of us added our names to you, and yesterday at the ADL event, you got like this reception. You are absolutely beloved. But before we read, and do you want to speak first, or do you want Alfred to say a few words? Well, we have Commissioner, I'm the sponsor, along with Commissioner Dominguez, Commissioner Fernandez, and Commissioner Mateo Salinas.
Yeah, it was funny because when we're selecting people that we want to honor, normally we each have 2 or 3, and 4 of us had you as one of our 3. So we did combine it. I think you're terrific. I met you a few years ago, and every time that I've reached out, you've been responsive. And one of my most favorite memories was last year when I said, can you guys get Miami Beach High into the academic world quest? And then not only did you get Beach High to participate, but with the help of Russ Rywell, you won. Dade County. And I also appreciate all of the extra efforts that the band and the different departments at the school does with our sister city in Fujisawa. They love the relationship with Miami Beach High, and that's because of you, and we really appreciate and value having you in our city.
Commissioner Mateo Salinas.
Hi, Mr. Tarosian. It's really an honor to be able to recognize you today. I know you're a finalist, and might I point out, you're one of 4 principals in how many in the district?
Over 350.
350 principals, and you're one of the 4 finalists, which is such a big deal. And it was an honor for me to participate in the panel that you had at school recently. I couldn't say enough great things about you. You've really run that school so well. My 2 boys attend Beach High. They're having a great time at Beach High. It's such a fantastic school, and it really is a testament to your leadership. I have to say that, we all know that a true leader is measured not by how many followers he has, but by how many leaders he creates. And that's you. Every single staff person at that school is a leader in their own right. Every single administrator, every single teacher, and every single student in that school is a leader because of the example that you've set. And I thank you for that. And I do feel like you're going to win this year.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I hope they're watching.
Yeah, me too.
Well, thank you for your commitment, your excellence. It's our public schools in our city. We often say, well, it's kind of the Miami-Dade system. It's outside Miami Beach, but we as a city make a big commitment to it. But with our STEM Plus and trying to really add and enhance wherever we can. But it takes people like you to really uplift our schools, and I'm hearing that. Whereas years ago, people would question, well, do I want to move my family here? Do I want to send my kids to school here? And you don't hear that anymore because of the quality of education that we're providing. So obviously it's set with leadership like yourselves. So I'm going to read part of this. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but well, actually, why don't you say a few words before I read it?
I just want to thank, Mayor Minor, the entire commission. This is in our 100th year this year, which is even more special, being the leader of that school. And like I tell all the parents, I'm not just the principal, I'm also a parent. My son graduated there from 2 years ago. My daughter is currently a sophomore there. So, we're entrenched at Beach High, and we're part of this community. And it is a special place in my heart. And in our 100th year, with the support that the city continues to provide for all the public schools in the beach, but as well as Beach High, I'm sure there's some people sitting in the audience that maybe graduated from Beach as well. That's one of the first things that I ask when we have student orientation. Okay, raise your hand. How many of you guys graduated from here? The parents, they raise their hands. I go, how many grandparents are sitting in this orientation? Raise your hands. And you see grandparents raise their hands. And, that's very powerful. Not many schools can say that. And we are the second oldest school in Dade County. So, again, I thank you guys all for your support. This is an amazing year for all of us. And I'm truly humbled by this honor. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So before we go down and take some pictures, Principal Alfred Tarosian is a proud product of Miami-Dade County Public Schools and has served the district for 25 years as a teacher, coach, and administrator. Since July 2022, I'm not going to say he has served, you have served as the principal of Miami Beach Senior High, where he has been instrumental in revitalizing school culture and academic performance. Your recent recognition as a North Region finalist for the MDCPS Principal of the Year highlights your standing as a future-focused educational leader within our community who has had a profound impact on our youth. I'll tell you, I can't think of something that's more important than educating that next generation, so thank you for that. Now, therefore, do we, as Mayor and Commissioners of the City of Miami Beach, hereby proclaim March 4th, 2026 as Principal Alfred Tarosian Day.
two, three. Thank you.
Ralph, if we can call PA2.
PA2 is proclamation Miami Beach Senior High School 100-year anniversary.
Commissioner Dominguez.
Thank you. Hard to believe, but here we are celebrating 100 years of Miami Beach High, and I know that there are so many events that will take place this year to commemorate throughout the school year. And I'll read some details here about the school. Miami Beach Senior High School, founded in 1926, is proudly celebrating its 100th anniversary, making a century of academic achievement, student growth, and community service. The first high school in Miami Beach has educated generations of students, shaping leaders in government, business, art, science, athletics, public service, and continues to inspire excellence and civic pride. Miami Beach Senior High School has grown into a vibrant, diverse, and inclusive institution serving thousands of students who represent the multicultural spirit of Miami Beach and greater Miami-Dade County. Miami Beach High, for the last 100 years, has remained a cornerstone of the community, fostering not only academic achievement, but also a strong tradition of athletic, performing arts, and extracurricular activities that bring students, alumni, and families together. The school's dedicated teachers, administrators, and staff have shaped the lives of countless students, instilling values of perseverance, service, and pride. The Miami Beach Senior High School alumni community spans the globe, proudly carrying forward the school's legacy of excellence and embodying and enduring the spirit of the Miami Beach High Tides. So today, March 4th, now therefore do we as mayor and commissioners of the city of Miami Beach proclaim Miami Beach Senior High School 100-year anniversary day in the city of Miami Beach.
I just wanted to say thank you so much, and what I asked was a couple of the teachers and faculty and staff that are alumni to also join us for the picture, and including Mr. Leslie, he's my secretary, class of 1961, and he's here today as well, and he still works every single day and comes to Beach High, so that's the type of special place it is. Again, I'm truly blessed to be the leader, but I'm just a little small piece of the history of that place. So again, I would like to have every alumni come up to take the picture, and if there's anybody sitting in the audience that's an alumni as well, come please join us.
This is good for cracking.
Ralph, call PA8.
PA8 is proclamation Transportation Department for Miami Beach Water Taxi.
All right. Jose, come on up. So this one, even though I have a proclamation in front of me, this one, I'm loving this. This was this was years in the making. There were people who, thank you. I know you've been. I know I deal with Eric and Jose, but I hear you're a driving force behind this. years in the making, and there were people who told me several years ago when we were trying to push this water taxi that is free, that is now launched. We launched it January 20th between Miami Beach by Sunset Harbor to Miami, the Venetian Marina. People said there's no way, it's never going to happen. It is never going to happen. Nobody in this room obviously said that, but it's something that we believe that could be instrumental in bringing, transporting people in a fun, scenic, environmentally friendly way, and try to reduce traffic and congestion, which we all know is a major issue. And there's multiple components to trying to reduce traffic, but this is a major part of it. And I wanted to bring this award because certainly I was driving it, our commission was driving it, and I was asking Eric and you for literally weekly updates to make sure that we were making the progress, and you did it. You did it. We got the grant funding from the state. We put in $600,000, and we're doing this. We're having this water taxi launch, which, by the way, when I go and speak, a lot of people have taken it. We're over 1,000 riders a day now. It keeps going up, right? We hit 800, and we thought that was a great milestone, and now we're over 1,000 a day. And there's an excitement about it, and because I think people recognize that it is already a bit of a game changer, but when we continue to develop this and grow it, it's going to be a major game changer. So very appreciative of the work that you've done. And what's happening since then is it's generated an excitement that we're getting other departments, other municipalities that are interested in joining with us, meeting with the county, the state, federal government, private partnerships that are already reaching out to us. And I've been reaching out as well to get private partnerships involved as well, to not only increase the usage, because right now we have it every hour, starting at 7 a.m. till 4:30, then it's every half hour. And we want to increase the time so we can run every, let's say, 10 minutes or so, increase the number of pickup and drop-off points. So we have it from, let's say, south of 5th in North Beach, and then connect it north and south within Miami Beach. So we can have, you can go from, I love the reaction, thank you for that. We could get it from 1st Street to 87th Street, and you can pick it up in various points throughout the city. But obviously that takes funding, but we're working on that. And this vision of it's never going to happen, it's going to happen. It's literally a matter of time at this point. I've had our neighboring cities have reached out to me about joining with us and participating in this. There's an excitement. It's just a matter of time, and obviously the faster we can move this, the better. But thank you for your work and your hard work to make this happen, because I say this about policing sometimes, like we could pass all the laws here, but if we don't have our police force out there doing the work, all the laws in the world are just pieces of paper. And it's the same here. Without the work that you put into it, literally, as we were driving you to keep pushing this forward, it's just us speaking and passing legislation, but you got the work done and made it happen, so thank you for that.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and want to thank you for your steadfast leadership support regarding this water taxi project. I think it's a great success. I want to just highlight the connectivity that our water taxi has on both sides of the bay. And so in the city of Miami Beach, it connects to our freebie service, our trolley service, and our city bike service. On the Miami side, it connects to the same services, plus the people mover is just a few hundred feet away, walking distance to the Omni terminal. So it has very good connectivity. I think this is a great starting point. We need to build upon it. We need to expand it. We want to serve our residents. We started with this regional piece, the east-west piece, which is important because it's what's going to alleviate traffic congestion on our causeways. But ultimately, we want to serve our community, our residents, and be able to connect South Beach to North Beach. So I want to thank you. I wanted to thank Misha, for his diligence and his hard work in making this happen.
Thank you. You want to say something, Misha?
No, thank you. It's great to see
This is a perfect example, though, and I think we all recognize this up here as the elected body, that certainly Eric and Jose, but Misha, there's someone like you who's doing so much work that doesn't always get recognized, but you should know, and this really, I'm speaking to the entire city staff, that we recognize the hard work that you do, and it's much appreciated. And you know who really appreciates this? Our residents. So thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
So I think we've actually said everything that's in this proclamation. So, but I'll just read the last whereas clause. And again, thank you, Jose. Thank you, Misha. Thank you, Eric. And we're going to continue driving this because, as we discussed, there's so much more to do. The success is there. People see it, and that's really the reality is that until our private partnerships, other municipalities, other governmental agencies saw the success, we couldn't get to that next level. But now we've had such success. I took it one morning. I took the 8 a.m. to Miami. The boat was the water taxi was pretty full, but the way back there was not a seat to be had. It was full. And during Art Basel, we ran it. We had 30,000 passengers over 5 days. And the only complaint that we had is there were not enough boats because people couldn't always get on the boat. It's a capacity of 55, and there were more than 55 people waiting. And the next steps also are maybe having some shaded canopy for people, and maybe some benches for people to sit on. And these are things we're working out. But it's been an incredible success. So again, thank you.
Thank you.
The launch of the water taxi service serves as a foundation for a future waterway network that aims to eventually connect South Beach all the way to North Beach, and I'm guessing even beyond. Now, therefore, do we, as Mayor and Commissioner of the City of Miami Beach, hereby proclaim March 4th, 2026 as Transportation and Mobility Department Day in the City of Miami Beach.
Thank you.
PA 9.
PA 9 is proclamation, Miami Beach Fleet Department.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. This proclamation is for the Fleet Department, which has been led under the direction of Carlos Berriz. And I really have to give Mr. Berriz so many accolades. This, again, true leader, and what you've done with the Fleet Department is phenomenal. And most people don't know this, but the city has approximately 1,500 vehicles, would you say? And every single one of those city vehicles comes through the Fleet Department for maintenance. Right. It's really impressive what you do, the services that you provide, the quickness with which you provide it, and always with a smile and a laugh. Thank you, Mr. Berriz. And what's really more important is that you guys actually won some distinguished awards. The National Association of Fleet Administrators operating the 7th greenest fleet garage in North America for 2025, as well as the highest ranked public fleet in the state of Florida. Whole state in Miami Beach is #1 under your leadership, sir. This prestigious achievement reflects the city's unwavering commitment to environmental stewardship, sustainability, and the adoption of industry-leading best practices in municipal fleet operations. Our Fleet Maintenance Department garage has earned this recognition for the 2nd consecutive year. So, great legacy, demonstrating exceptional consistency and innovation and environmental responsibility. And the Miami Beach Fleet Management Division Department continues to raise the standard for public fleets by improving environmental performance. The city has additionally been honored for 4 consecutive years as one of the National Association of Fleet Administrators 100 Best Fleets in the Americas, distinguishing Miami Beach among more than 38,000 public fleets nationwide. Thank you, Carlos. Thank you. Now, therefore, do we, as mayor and commissioners in the city of Miami Beach, hereby proclaim March 4th, 2026 as Fleet Department Day in the city of Miami Beach. Would you like to say something, Carlos?
Thank you, Mayor, Commissioners, Mr. Carpenter. One thing that we did is the saying, working inside the box, we threw the box away, and we look at things very differently. Just because we did something 5 years ago in a certain way doesn't mean that we're going to be looking at it in the future. There's a lot of cool things that we're working on, and you're going to see a lot of great things coming out of Fleet. So I would like to thank Elizabeth, Mr. Taxis, and Mr. Manager. We really get incredible support, and it's the return on investment. We really we don't take for granted what is given to us, and we want to make sure that the return on investment is absolutely there. So thank you so much. Thank you.
If I can just add, Carlos, Elizabeth, as you remember, I took a tour. It's a first-class operation that you run, and really appreciative. I know other organizations, nonprofits have also reached out to you. You've been an incredible helping hand to people, and just keep up the great work. Thank you.
Thank you.
Last one. Thank you.
PA 14.
PA 14 is Proclamation Fire Chief Abello, first and only woman fire chief in Miami-Dade County.
Commissioner Mateo Salinas.
Chief, this means so much to me to be able to recognize you during Women's History Month and being really such a groundbreaking role model, the first and only woman chief in Miami-Dade County. That's such a big deal. And I know you know, and we all know. I'm just so proud that you're part of our Miami Beach family. Really, truly, I'm so proud. I'm almost speechless up here, and it's hard to get me speechless. But Chief, I just can't thank you enough for the work and the dedication and the leadership that you give our fire department and Ocean Rescue and the 911 Service Center and paramedics, everybody. It just, you're beloved, you're respected, you are the best woman for the job.
Thank you.
Let me read about Chief Digna. Chief Digna Abello has dedicated her distinguished career to protecting and serving the residents, businesses, and visitors of our community with integrity, courage, and an unwavering commitment. Through her historic appointment as the first and only woman to serve as fire chief in Miami-Dade County in the city of Miami Beach, Chief Abello has broken barriers and paved the way for future generations of women in public safety. Her leadership reflects the highest standards of professionalism, innovation, and accountability, strengthening the mission of fire rescue services while exemplifying resilience, excellence, and dedication that motivates those within the fire service and young women throughout our community. Under her guidance, our fire department has continued to uphold its proud tradition of service, preparedness, and compassion, responding to emergencies with skill, bravery, and a steadfast commitment to saving lives and protecting property and every single resident and visitor in the city of Miami Beach. Now, therefore, do we, as mayor and commissioners of the city of Miami Beach, hereby proclaim March 4th, 2026 as Fire Chief Digna Abello Day in the city of Miami Beach.
Appreciate it.
We love you.
Yeah, thank you, I appreciate it.
Mr. Mayor.
Oh, I thought you were gonna, but Commissioner Fernandez.
I just want to say, the chief is such an inspiring person. She is the first woman chief, not just in Miami Beach, but as the vice mayor mentioned, in the region. But that's not the focus. It's never been her focus. Her focus are her credentials. It's what she's incredibly proud of, the achievements of the department, the men and the women that she leads in the department every day, how she pushes them and pushes the department to the next level of excellence. And most importantly about Chief Abello is her compassion. Her compassion, making sure that the office, that the firefighters are well supported, making sure that our residents feel loved, feel the presence of their fire department in the most difficult of times. And even during COVID, Chief Abello was such an important part of making sure that our city, that our loved ones had the resources available. And Mr. Mayor, you were such a big part of that as well, to make sure that we were able to get through this pandemic. The most important thing is your heart. Last week, we lost a very dear resident in our community, Gary Rugg, Wendy Rugg's beloved and longtime husband. And you picked me up and you were like, we're gonna go visit Wendy. And we're gonna be Wendy. And Gary was still there at Sands, and we were there, and you went there and you hugged Wendy and you showed her the compassion of what it means to be a Miami Beach community. We can talk about fire stations, about buildings, about parks, about budgets, but true community is in the people. And you represent the very best, not only of our organization, but of the Miami Beach community, and you bring such great honor to the city of Miami Beach. Madam Vice Mayor, thank you for honoring our fire chief because it is so well deserved.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Commissioner Bott.
You know, I got to know Chief Digna Abello, or Diggy, as I like to call her, as I was a neophyte, a baby commissioner. And I am proud to not only call Chief Abello an incredible professional and colleague, but a friend. And I have seen, as I've learned from the inside rather than from the outside looking in, what it means to lead a department of women and men who will rush into the dangerous situation as opposed to take cover elsewhere. And there is a reason why the fire department, the police department are heroes in our community, because they do the scary things that the rest of us are like, I don't think so. And you lead this organization of really tough women and men, really excellently trained and prepared women and men to do these really hard things. And it always makes me laugh when residents say, well, why does the fire department get so much? I mean, we never have fires in Miami Beach. I'm like, exactly. Exactly. Because you stop them before they start. You're there to help people in their darkest hour. You're there to provide medical assistance when it's needed from unexpected circumstances. Your department, under your leadership, does so much, and you are an incredible leader for this incredible department. We're so lucky in Miami Beach to have the best police department and the best fire departments in the country. And we don't, I'm going to speak for my colleagues here. I think it's not going out on a limb to say that we don't take it for granted. And it's leadership like yours that sets the tone. And what I will say is that under your leadership, the changes that have happened in the department are tangible. We were already fantastic under Chief Fernandez, but now, you know, talking to veteran firefighters as well as young baby firefighters, talking about the change in the culture, the change in the permission to talk about the hard things. It's not a sign of weakness to ask for help. It is a sign of strength, and that is something that you are championing. You're doing it with your colleagues in putting together networks and peer support groups. You're doing it with having a service dog for the first time ever, I think, in Miami Beach. And you're doing it by opening this culture so that people can not pretend they're okay if they're not okay, because that is so damaging. We've seen people take their own lives in the fire service, and it is devastating to their families and to your fire service family. And you are bringing the change. You are being the change that we all want to see, in addition to all of your other myriad qualifications. And I can't overstate that enough. I can't overstate that enough, because it's so important that everybody has the support that they need to continue doing the really important jobs they have. So in addition to everything else that has been said, and I'm sure will be said, that is another big, big feather to put in your cap. So thank you.
Thank you.
My turn, Chief Abello. No, so we were chatting last week for a while, and your story is an incredible one. You should write a book someday, but it's your story to tell, and so when you tell it, but it's amazing how you've chose this career path and then moved up the ranks, especially as you pointed out. I will say one thing you did say, in a career, especially when you started, there were not many women becoming firefighters, and you chose this profession and not only obviously succeeded, but rose to the very top. And you're doing a great job. Your leadership speaks for itself on a number of fronts. Commissioner Fernandez outlined it, and others. But what I think is amazing, and I actually think about this a lot, is that when Chief Virgil retired, and it was becoming known that he retired, you were like and we have an incredible staff. There's probably many, many people who could have filled this position, and that's not taking away from you. That's actually a sign of leadership. But you were the name that was mentioned, and everyone in the fire department supported you. That speaks volumes about you, the level of support that you had, literally unanimously. So thank you. Thank you for what you do for the city of Miami Beach. Thank you for making our job so much easier to have a chief like yourself.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Chief, I'll say, don't mistake my brevity for a lack of respect. Thank you for all that you do. I don't lose too much sleep for what goes on in the fire department, because I know you have that, so thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Actually, if I could add, I just had a meeting earlier about emergency management, and somebody asked me that, like, what keeps you up at night about emergency management? And I actually said, with our fire department, with our police department, our emergency management team, with our Chief Abello, I don't lose a lot of sleep about it, because we spend the time preparing for it in advance. Yeah. So.
Bravo.
Commissioner Dominguez.
Thank you. Chief, congratulations on this honor. You really are doing an outstanding job. And when I see you in the station or at commission meetings and out in the field, you are focused and positive and energized, ready to do the job. And it's also touching on casual moments when you're with your family, you bring them to the beach, and I see you as a human instead of this hero that we have in front of us. And you're just wonderful, so congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it. So, thank you, Mayor, Commissioner, for bringing this forward. It's very humbling, and I'm sure you hear this a lot. The recognition is not something we look forward to because it's day to day. But like you said, if it wasn't for the men who chose to work for me, I would not be as successful and be given such praise, because we really cannot do this alone. But more importantly is the shock of 120 something years that a woman has to rise to this occasion. But not just here, it's also all of Miami-Dade County.
amongst some amazing fire departments. So the pressure is heavy to not disappoint, and my own pressure to make sure that, you know, you can just stay humble. And that's what's most important for me, is just to stay humble, because at the end, we are humans. You do have hard times. You do see things over and over, and you can remember details that no other person should ever have to remember. So I'd rather take that burden than to let my men and women have to take it because we didn't have a training in place or someone wasn't going to be their voice. You know, and to be given that honor, it's because of the men and women that have given me the motivation and inspiration and, you know, just keep doing it because, you know, like you said, it's through and through. I have all of Ocean Rescue, that's 38 towers, millions of people that they have to oversee. I have the 911 call center. You know, Chief Jones and I, operation-wise, we come unified to ensure that we're giving the best service to the firefighters and the police officers, but to the residents and the visitors are calling. And then I also have the life safety portion of it. You know, every life that's inside these structures or residents, we're looking at those permits. You know, special events, you know, that's a heavy burden on someone. So to be given this honor, it's not because I did it by myself, but it is because, you know, I have a lot of friends here, the police department, you know, I deal with day and day with special events, but it's to have that trust and those bonds and that communication with everyone. And above all is the support of our city manager that appointed me and the support of you. I love my family, and my wife is probably watching right now because she feels if I don't know what you're doing, then I'm not present, because it's 24/7 for me, because it is that pressure. I have to make sure that the men and women go home every night. So for that, thank you. I thank my staff here as well that, you know, they supported me yesterday, but if it's because of them and each and every one of you that has that faith and confidence in me. So thank you very much. I appreciate it.
PA4?
PA4 is Certificate of Recognition, Michael Goldberg, service as Board of Adjustment Chair.
Commissioner Fernandez.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. And tonight, we recognize someone who has given an extraordinary amount of time, of care, of thoughtful leadership to the city of Miami Beach, and that's Michael Goldberg. Serving on the Board of Adjustment, a lot of times you gotta deal with complicated work. It's not always easy. They have cases that can be complicated, technical, sometimes controversial and contentious, but they're incredibly important because they help shape how Miami Beach, how our city, how our communities take form, and how they grow while respecting the character, the individual, and the beautiful characters of our neighborhoods. Michael has approached that responsibility always with seriousness, always with fairness, always with a deep commitment to the work that he's doing and making sure that the work that he's doing it right for the residents of our city. Since joining the board, I believe in 2020, is that when you joined the board?
Yeah, 6 years. Yeah, 6 years.
2020. Michael has participated in dozens of meetings, 65 various projects have gone before the board, 5 appeals of the planning direction, of the planning director, but always guiding the board through these very complex matters, through these very complex variances, where you need to consider objective criteria, where you need to go in with a high level of independence. He's gone through these complex cases with professionalism and an incredible level of efficiency. But what makes tonight, I believe, incredibly special and meaningful as well, is that Michael's service represents something even larger, and it's part of his family's legacy of dedication and Michael's family's legacy of service. In fact, Michael's father, who many in the community know, and I'm just going to call as the original Goldberg. We just coined that term tonight, the original Goldberg, joining us in the audience tonight. He's here with us, an incredible example that he has said. And Michael, I don't want to steal your thunder. You asked me not to, but your dad has been here in Miami Beach for 88 years and served on the Zoning Board of Adjustment for nearly 3 decades. I mean, just imagine that, serving your community for, it's an entire lifetime of service, helping shape the city of Miami Beach that we know today. And that kind of commitment to our community is rare. It speaks volumes of the values of the Goldberg family, of their dedication, of their legacy, of contributing to our city with integrity and dedication. And that's just part of what Michael Goldberg does, because Michael Goldberg is also a very active member of our Chamber of Commerce, helping businesses succeed, helping our economy move forward. And because of that, Michael, on behalf of our mayor, on behalf of our city commission, but on behalf of our residents, it's our honor to present you today with this certificate of recognition, honoring not just you and your service, but honoring your family's incredible legacy of giving back to the future of our city. Thank you for your service to Miami Beach.
If you don't mind, Michael, I want to.
I knew you weren't going to let me off, Mr. Mayor.
Exactly. Now I'm going to haze you. Now I'm kidding. I'm going to echo. I'm going to be brief, but your commitment to our city in every which way, Board of Adjustments, your leading First Horizon Bank. I love to tell the story. It's like a Saturday night at 11 o'clock at night, and I'm texting you, and you respond right away. And it's not just because it's me. You do that for everybody. And the one thing you mentioned, Commissioner Fernandez, you mentioned your dad. I distinctly remember when we first got to know each other, and you hold the 41st Street committee meetings in the bank. You would always show me pictures of your dad, awards that your dad got. I mean, it speaks volumes of who you are, that you focus so much on your dad, because you know that's where the roots are. I'm sorry, I'm getting emotional thinking of my dad.
You're getting me emotional.
So it speaks volumes. So thank you for all you do, and of course the Chamber of Commerce as well. You're really a valuable member of our Miami Beach community.
Mr. Mayor, you hit on something, because you cannot, it is so true, you cannot speak to Michael Goldberg about anything related to Miami Beach without Michael mentioning his father. And a lot of times people will speak about their own service, about what they do, but to give that deference to your parent, to your father, for him to be your inspiration. I think, Michael, and perhaps you want to talk about this, you were mentioning that you and your dad are the only father and sons to have both chaired not only the Board of Adjustment, but also the Chamber of Commerce, which is, of course, an incredible institution in our community. If you want to say a few words about that.
You stole my speech. Mr. Mayor, Madam Vice Mayor, Commissioners, Mr. City Attorney, Mr. City Clerk, and Mr. City Manager. I was lucky to be born in Mount Sinai, raised in Miami Beach, and work as a banker for 35 years on 41st Street. Went to North Beach, went to Nautilus, went to Beach High. You know, people ask me a lot of times, why do I do what I do? It's simple, and some of you may have heard this. This city has been good to 3 generations of the Goldberg family. I am honored to have my father, I'm making emotional, here, who's 92 years old, graduated Beach High. It's so fitting that Beach High is having their 100th anniversary. My dad graduated Beach High in 1951, most likely to succeed, I should say, and he did a pretty good job for those of you who have been around the beach and remember Jefferson National Bank. I'm the youngest of three. I graduated in 1981. It gets better. My son was the third generation Goldberg to graduate from Beach High in 2015. He got into Wharton, and that's because of the schools on Miami Beach, North Beach. And my joke is he gets into Wharton, and the only reason why I was able to afford it because I didn't have to pay for private school. So thank you. And that's why I'm a big proponent of public education. And then my daughter, love her, graduated 2017. So everyone knows I'm passionate. When I speak about Miami Beach, I'm very passionate about what I do. And I'll keep doing it, for a long time to come. Yeah, fun fact is my dad was chairman of the Miami Beach Chamber of Commerce from 1974 to 76. And I was chairman of the board from 2013 to 16. No term limits when he chaired it for 26 years, but then came back on it about 8 years ago and was on it, got turned down. And then my dad whispers to me, why don't you go on the Zoning Board of Adjustment to keep the Goldberg tradition going? That's why I did it. I don't know if I ever told you that, Commissioner, which is really cool. And I believe we're the only father and son that are in the Miami Beach Senior High Hall of Fame. So we love the city. We thank the city. I will keep doing what I'm doing. And thank you for mentioning my bank, my employer, because it takes resources and time, and First Horizon Bank has supported me. And thank you for mentioning that, Mr. Mayor, because I can't do it without, the employer. I have a job. We have to work for a living. But I will continue to do what I do to support this city. I want to recognize our chamber leaders. Some of our chamber leadership is here. Raise your hand, Chamber Leadership. Brittany Masson, our CEO. Robin Jacobs, a former chair. Seth Fuhr, who's going to be honored. Marcy, Kim Haber. Did I forget anybody? Freddie Peterson was somewhere. The relationships that I've developed over the years, I'm just blessed to have doing. I'll keep doing it. And I thank you for the recognition. It was a surprise, Commissioner. I really did not expect to be recognized. So I thank you. And we continue on the chamber. We look forward to continue working with you on any issues that affect the businesses and quality of life of the residents. We'll be there to support you, and thank you for what you do. It's a thankless job being up there, and thank you for being up there and doing what you do.
And Mr. Mayor, I just want to add to that, and you've said it so beautifully, but today and recently we've been celebrating the centennial of so many institutions in our community, whether it be the Fountain up in North Beach, whether it be Miami Beach Senior High, whether it be the Miami Beach Chamber of Commerce celebrating its centennial, which, by the way, I'm still talking about last year's gala because I will never forget last year's gala.
That one coming up in May. We hope to see you all there.
But 100, and of course, Miami Beach is celebrating 111 years, and it's such a beautiful number, it's such a beautiful number, actually, in which to be celebrating so many centennials. But these are the families. You can have 100 years, and 100 years, nothing could happen in 100 years. But when you have a world-class city like Miami Beach, it's because of the community, the people, the families, and the legacies. They're being passed down from one generation to the next. And it's not just civically, it's in business, it's in nonprofits, it's throughout all segments of the community. And so it really is so incredible as we celebrate 111 years of our city and the centennial of so many institutions that we get to celebrate the incredible families and the incredible individuals that have carried that forward and that will continue to do so in the future. Congratulations, Michael.
Thank you. Thank you. That's got to be the picture. Oh, yes.
Let's look at this camera first. Then look at Brittany's.
Now we need Mom and the Chamber family. We need the Chamber team here. Let's go.
Chamber team. Come on, Chamber team.
Truth be told.
No pictures.
There first. 2, 3. Okay, now we look here. You. And with mine. Got it. Thank you.
PA 7.
PA 7 is proclamation, Jonathan Frieden, civic leadership.
Commissioner Dominguez.
Thank you. Well, I am so excited to honor Jonathan Frieden. I met him probably about 10 years ago at a SAVE parade, and it was very exciting. We were neighbors for a very long time, and I think he only just moved to Sunset Harbor. But I've seen your work on the planning board. I have seen your work as an attorney, and you are just such an all-around terrific person. You really deserve this honor, and I'm going to read about you so that the public can learn more about the superstar that they have living in Miami Beach. Jonathan E. Frieden is a dedicated Miami Beach resident of Sunset Harbor, where he lives with his husband Ben and their children, Eliana and Noah. Jonathan serves as managing partner at Frieden Brown PA, where his trial practice focuses on medical malpractice, catastrophic injury, product liability, and wrongful death cases in state and federal courts. Jonathan previously clerked for the Honorable Donald M. Middlebrooks in the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of Florida and has since earned numerous professional honors, including recognition by Martindale-Hubbell, Super Lawyers, Best Lawyers, Florida Trend Magazine, and the Daily Business Review. Jonathan has demonstrated exceptional civic leadership, serving as chairman and board member of SAVE, completing multiple terms on the Miami Beach Planning Board, and contributing to the Art Deco Cultural District Panel and the Mayor's Panel on Ocean Drive. Jonathan also serves on the statewide board of directors of the Florida Justice Association and has secured significant verdicts and recoveries on behalf of his clients, including multi-million-dollar results in cases involving medical negligence, wrongful death, and Medicare fraud. Jonathan graduated cum laude from the University of Florida Levin College of Law, where he served on the Florida Law Review and earned his undergraduate degree summa cum laude from the George Washington University. He resides in Miami Beach in the Sunset Harbor neighborhood with his family. So now, therefore, do we, as mayor and commissioners of the city of Miami Beach, hereby proclaim March 4th, 2026 as Jonathan E. Frieden Day.
Hey.
Thank you so much, commissioners and Mr. Mayor. You know, we were talking about legacy earlier. My dad is here. My mom is watching on TV or on Zoom. Both of them are Beach High graduates, although only my mom was in the Hall of Fame there. But my legacy of my family's legacy of giving back to the city really goes back to my grandfather, who was a Miami Beach resident, who played a really significant role in changing the laws so that Jews could buy property on the Sunset Islands. And it's really, truly an honor to be able to carry forward that legacy, to stand up for LGBTQ rights, for my clients' rights, and also to play even a small part charting the city's future on the planning board. So I thank you for your trust in me on the planning board, and I also thank you for this unexpected but very much appreciated recognition. Thank you.
Commissioner Bott.
Jonathan, I did not know you at all before I was appointed to the planning board years ago, and you were already on there, and you were a great role model for me. And then I got to know you a little bit, and you're just a wonderful human being. But the calm, thoughtful, measured, curious way you approach things on the planning board and in the rest of your life is really something that we should all aspire to. Open-minded, curious, fair, kind, and generally lovely. So, thank you for being a part of our city. You make it better.
Thank you.
Commissioner Fernandez.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I might get in trouble for saying this, but I have to say Jonathan has been the most celebrated member of the planning board that we have ever voted on. Whenever residents engage with you, they always feel that you're fair. They always feel that you're thoughtful, that you're deliberate, and that you're always looking out for the best interest of our community. And our community, rightfully so, can be very critical. They have high expectations of those who serve them, and those who have their trust, and it's not always easy to earn their praises, and you have. And I think that truly speaks volume of that demeanor that Commissioner Bond was just referencing. But beyond that is your high level of decency. And it's something as an openly gay man myself and someone who aspires to have a family one day, that example is so important, especially right now, for people to see that there are good, strong, professional, contributing members of our society that can have strong families and set such a great example for all families. So thank you for that. It really is so much more than just your civic service here. It's your greater contribution to society. And again, it's such a beautiful meeting, because as we're celebrating so many centennials and so many anniversaries in our city, yet another family legacy of a family that has done incredible contributions to our community. Thank you for that, Jonathan.
Thank you so much.
And I'll just add, Jonathan, you have so much on your plate, as we've heard. The fact that you're willing to give back to our city in the way you do speaks volumes about you, and keep up the great work on all fronts.
Thank you so much.
PA 5.
PA 5 is Certificate of Recognition, Seth Fuhr, Service as Police Citizens Relations Committee Chair.
Commissioner Fernandez.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. It really is an honor for me to present this certificate of recognition tonight, because the Police Citizens Relations Committee has a very special place in my heart. That's because before being elected to the City Commission, I had the privilege of serving as chair of the Police Citizens Relations Committee. And it's one of the most meaningful ways residents can serve our community, bringing together neighbors, bringing together business leaders, our police department to build trust, to strengthen that communication between officers and the community that they serve, to support public safety. And during my time there, I had the incredible honor of serving alongside Seth Fior. And if there's one thing everyone quickly learns about Seth, is that he cares deeply about this city. He loves Miami Beach. No one loves Miami Beach and the Miami Beach Police Department like Seth Fior. And, you know, and it's not just about the police department. It's about the men and women. He deeply cares, specifically, personally. He knows their name. He knows what they're going through. He has a personal relationship on the men and women who put on the uniform every day to protect our community. And Seth doesn't just talk about supporting our officers, he talks to them. You know, people talk that they support the department, that they back the blue. No, Seth talks, but he talks to the officers. He listens to the officers. He advocates for public safety, for law enforcement, and works tirelessly to strengthen the relationship between our community and the Miami Beach Police Department. And as chair of the Police Citizens Relations Committee, and I have to say, it really was such an honor to pass the baton on to you, because you have carried the baton with such honor, providing very thoughtful leadership during very important moments in our city, even during challenging moments like spring break, where you very quietly, behind the scenes, bring together leaders from different segments of the community. You care to bring business leaders to the table and residents to the table with law enforcement and help craft creative win-win solutions so that no one is left behind, so no one is forgotten about, so that our city can progress, but businesses can prosper and people can feel safe. Seth, you always bring people together. You guide conversations around public safety, but always with deep respect for our officers. And Seth, for that sincerity, for your support of our community, for your commitment to building bridges when so many people are just focused on creating tension, on creating division, on creating hate. You are a shining light at a time our officers need it most. So on behalf of our residents, on behalf of my colleagues on the City Commission, and I'm going to take the liberty to say on behalf of our Chief of Police and our entire community, it's our honor to recognize you with this certificate of recognition for all the love and all the passion you put towards making our community better. Thank you, Seth.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Do I say something?
Of course.
So, unlike Mr. Goldberg, I'm first generation Miami Beach. But in the last 2 years, I had my mother and my father move to the city. My father's 2 weeks in here. When he got here 2 weeks ago,
welcome.
My Saturday was my mom's aide's Lucelli day off. She calls me in a panic. Your mom's lost. I'm like, what do you mean my mom's lost? She's with your father, she's lost. I'm like, I'm sure she's okay. No. And she's like, why aren't you worried? I'm like, Lucelli, I'm like, there's nothing to worry about with our police department, with our fire department. Chief Digna's gone. You know, give them 10 minutes, they'll find her. There's nothing to worry about. And that's the community that we're all talking about tonight. When I look around this room and I see who has been involved with the police department, the Police Citizens Relations Committee, late Commissioner Samulian appointed me initially, and then Alex continued the baton, then you sponsored us for the spring break subcommittee. We did COVID, we did spring break, we did all of the above. Mayor Minor, City of Law and Order, it takes a village. Chief Digna. She's spoken at the committee several times. I remember you came and spoke with us once or twice when you were Commissioner Fernandez's aide. You know, I can look around the room, there's no shortage of this. It takes a village. The Chamber, Cafecito with a cop tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. in Avalon, 700 Ocean Drive. Please come hang out with us. You know, it's just an amazing place to live. I grew up in a similar community to this when I grew up in New York, and when I came here on my own, not knowing anyone, to see where we are today, you guys really all make me feel at home. And it's together that we were able to get to this point, and I just thank everybody. And I also want to just curse someone in the room, I won't say who, I don't know who, for making these guys come out here tonight in the middle of March during spring break month. So, and also the incredible relationship that I have forged with our incredible police chief. It's just so meaningful. He's such an incredible person. I've worked with 3 police chiefs, and I have never seen anyone command the respect of the department and just make so much great progress here. 2 more years at minimum, please, and thank you guys for everything.
Yes.
Seth, I'll just echo what Commissioner Fernandez said so eloquently. But our police department and our police chief have many, many supporters, really our entire city.
The entire city.
But if there was one poster person, it's you, of really a supporter, a fan of our police department. And you do a great job leading the Police Citizens Relations Committee. When I had items that I really wanted to make sure that we got the commission votes for, whether it be on homeless laws, which we're making great strides in, whether it be prosecutions, you were always very receptive, giving me that opportunity to speak to people and to address and to make sure that people understood what we were trying to accomplish as a city together with our police department, and I appreciate your leadership.
Thank you. I term out this year, and there is an opportunity for a business police relation committee, so let's do it. Thank you.
Commissioner Dominguez.
And you mentioned it, Seth, but a couple years ago when we had a few years ago when we had a tough spring break, I had suggested a spring break task force. And while I did not have the votes on the commission for that, they were agreeing when I mentioned, well, can we have that be a subcommittee with the Police Citizens Committee? And I met with you and I attended several of the meetings, and you took charge and you really took it seriously and came back with amazing suggestions. And I also remember you and I marching up and down Ocean Drive and Collins and Washington Avenue. So it wasn't just about sitting at the police station or in the office and coming up with solutions or ideas. You were out there pounding the pavement to make sure that what you were envisioning to suggest to the police department was something that was feasible. So thank you for your passion. I appreciate all that you did for that, and congratulations on this recognition.
Thank you.
I'd love to. Yes, I'd love to. Good evening, Mayor and Commission. So, Commissioner Fernandez, thank you for recognizing the work of this beautiful, wonderful man. Because of Seth's role, he and I speak regularly, and he has a few great loves, I think. One of them is traveling quite a bit. Every time I call him, he seems to either be getting off a plane or getting on one. I don't know if he's lying to me or he just doesn't want to talk to me and want to keep it short. But he does that a lot. He loves being in real estate, which is his passion. And then he loves the city, and I think his service on the PCRC is really just an extension of his love to the city. And he and I oftentimes have these really, really intense conversations. He's a really opinionated fellow, actually. We have these really intense conversations, all centered around how do we make the city better than it is today. And I said to him even tonight, I mean, you're an angel of a man. And I never realized why he is who he is. And until I met his parents, his mom many, many times, and then his dad who's here tonight. And so I think we got to recognize them too as we recognize him, but not for them and their parenting. He wouldn't be the man he is today, and so thank you for giving him this recognition.
All right, let's do this. Chief, let's go.
Celia, Bernie, come on. All right, Dad.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go. Celia, let's go, Celia.
All right, big smiles right here. Okay, right here. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
One more. 1, 2, 3.
And the last one over here. 1. 1, 2.
And last spring break, Seth was out there walking the streets, and who was with Seth? His mom, yes.
We'll see you next week. We'll see you next week.
See you next week.
PA 10.
PA 10 is proclamation, Dr. Fromm celebrating achievements.
Commissioner Dominguez.
Thank you, Mayor. Well, Annette, Dr. Annette B. Fromm, I've known you for many years now at different cultural institutions. I've seen you out and about. We've had communications on things that are happening on Alton Road, and you're always so delightful. And the more I get to know you, the more admiration that I have. And I found it fitting during Women's History Month to recognize such an extraordinary woman that we have living in Miami Beach. And I'm going to let the rest of the city know a little more about you. A proclamation here, whereas Dr. Annette B. Fromm, a distinguished folklorist and museum specialist, has enriched Miami Beach and South Florida since relocating in 1998, bringing a deep commitment to museums, folklore, and community service. She has contributed to major cultural institutions, including the Jewish Museum of Florida, the Deering Estate of Cutler, and Florida International University, where she served as coordinator and assistant professor of museum studies, and has consulted for organizations such as the Low Art Museum, History Miami Museum, the Bakehouse Art Complex, the Curtis Mansion, Biscayne National Park, the Florida Pioneer Museum, and the Fort Pierce Florida Highwaymen Museum. Whereas her international work as a Fulbright Senior Specialist includes teaching museum studies in South Korea and India and supporting global academic exchange through the South Florida Fulbright chapter. She remains a leader in folklore as chair of the Florida Folklife Council and a longtime volunteer at the Florida Folk Festival. Dr. Fromm also served in the Peace Corps in Jamaica. Her civic engagement in Miami Beach includes service on the Sister Cities Committee, where she helps strengthen international cultural ties. She has supported youth and community initiatives through years of volunteer leadership with the Girl Scout Troop 1239, where many girls earned the Presidential Volunteer Service Award, and through her role as a 2-time survivor chair for Relay for Life, following her own breast cancer journey. Whereas her lifelong love of the arts is reflected in her volunteer work as an usher with the New World Symphony and Miami New Drama. She currently serves as historian and librarian at the Betsy Hotel, where she became the hotel's first community librarian, curating and expanding a collection of more than 10,000 books that enhances the property's reputation as a cultural haven. When asked what she's doing these days, Dr. Fromm modestly replies, "It depends on the day of the week," a fitting reflection of a life defined by curiosity, service, and cultural stewardship. So now, therefore, do we as mayor and commissioners of the city of Miami Beach hereby proclaim March 4th, 2026 as Dr. Annette B. Fromm Day. Would you like to share anything?
Oh,
No, please go.
please.
Mr. Mayor and commissioners and everybody else here. When I got a phone call last week from Commissioner Dominguez's aide, I did not know the caliber of people that I would be standing with today. I know that Miami Beach has amazing leadership, astounding achievements and such, but I didn't think or imagine that I would be in such an honored group, and I'm humbled by this. Commissioner Mateo Salinas, you haven't yet gotten my letters. Sorry, Commissioner Fernandez is not here, but I often write to you saying, what can we do about the skaters on the public library that are, the post office that are ruining the steps? What can we do about this? What can we do about that? Because I'm a citizen of this city and I like to look after it. One of the most fun things that I think I've experienced in ushering at New World is when colleagues from FIU come and they're like, what are you doing here? And I say, well, I believe in giving back to the city where I live, and volunteering is that. So thank you very much for this honor.
Thank you. Commissioner Bott.
Just very quickly, I didn't know you before I was an elected official, but I've gotten to know you a little bit, and it has been a pure delight. You always have thoughtful comments and great eyes and ears on the ground to let us know what's going on when we can't be there. But one of my favorite things, and there are many, about going to see performances at the Colony Theater, but is seeing you, because not only do you know your way around that theater like nobody's business, but you also always have a salient point to make either about the production or somebody who just walked in because you know everybody, or, you know, I just saw on my way over, can we fix this? And it's awesome. It's like the best of all things about being a Miami Beach commissioner. And as a point of personal privilege, if you will allow me, I would like to talk to you offline about connecting you with my mom, who is an art historian, a lifelong art educator, has lived all over the world, and I think you guys would get along like a house of fire. So
Cool.
Let's do that.
Cool.
Okay. Congratulations.
Thank
Well
you.
deserved.
And I would love to walk the streets during spring break and be part of that team.
For sure. We'll be there.
Yeah. We'll do that.
What we're gonna see the doctor out this week.
While we're up here, please.
Bravo, family. And my daughter is a beach hiker. Yes, yes,
PA 12.
PA 12, Proclamation of Cinema 15-year anniversary.
Commissioner Bott.
So it is fitting to be recognizing O Cinema and Vivian Martel, the woman who is, I call her the doyenne of O Cinema, during March, the month of March, which is Women's History Month, and also on the day that iPic Movie Theaters just filed for bankruptcy. Because it is a tough enterprise to be a movie theater in this day and age when there's so many alternate ways to see great films, and in many cases in quality even better than what you find at some movie theaters. So I want to celebrate this cultural institution that is so important to the city of Miami Beach and specifically your leadership. And so I'm going to brag about you and the organization for a little bit as we celebrate this 15th anniversary. O Cinema is a not-for-profit independent cinema and multidisciplinary arts organization dedicated to presenting innovative film, immersive media, and community-centered cultural program that enriches the lives of residents and visitors throughout Miami Beach and Greater Miami. And I will say that we are so lucky to have an outpost here in Miami Beach. I remember going over to Wynwood back in the day to go see movies, and so it's a real treat. Hopefully we'll get you back up in North Beach sooner rather than later. O Cinema currently operates year-round programming at its 72-seat South Beach Theater located within the historic Old City Hall at 1130 Washington Avenue. The venue formerly housed the Miami Beach Cinematheque and has since flourished under your leadership, and it is the city's leading first-run independent movie theater and is, sadly at this time, the only cinema serving all of Miami Beach. Situated in the heart of the Art Deco district, O Cinema South Beach functions not only as a theater, but also as a gallery and community gathering space, presenting award-winning local, national, international films from globally renowned festivals, including Sundance, South by Southwest, Venice, Cannes, Tribeca, Toronto, and Berlin. And through first-run screenings, curated series, filmmaker conversations, and festival partnerships, O Cinema has established a distinguished reputation for artistic excellence, cultural relevance, and community engagement. By showcasing diverse voices, which is so important in this day and age, nurturing local talent, providing residents and visitors with access to world-class independent film, O Cinema enriches the city's dynamic arts and culture ecosystem and reinforces Miami Beach's identity as a global destination for artistic expression and storytelling. The City of Miami Beach recognizes and celebrates your 15-year anniversary as it continues to deepen its impact and reaffirm its longstanding commitment, your longstanding commitment at advancing the cultural life of Miami Beach. So therefore do we, as Mayor and Commissioners of the City of Miami Beach, hereby proclaim March 4th, 2026 as O Cinema Day.
Thank you. Thank you. I want to thank everybody on this commission, Mayor, Vice Mayor, and the commissioners. We are so proud to be in your community. Of the 15 years that we've been open, 10 of them have been serving this community. And we love it, and we want to serve some more. Having said that, I also have to praise you and acknowledge you citywide for the commitment to arts and culture. You are a gem, a global mecca for arts and culture, and not just me, but the other cultural institutions in this community really appreciate and really value being in this community. The residents, we love to serve. They're always, you know, we have regulars that come in early and sit down and want to talk to us about the films and everything that we're doing, and we really appreciate it. It's an honor and a privilege to be able to open our doors. And I'd like to say that the movies is a accessible commodity for everyday person to be able to tap in to the arts. It's a gateway, perhaps, if they can't afford to go to the opera or to the symphony. They can come in and celebrate and experience a piece of art and culture and storytelling in the cinematic arts. And I think it's a wonderful burden to carry, and it's a wonderful thing to serve up to our community. So thank you very much, really appreciate it.
Thank you. And last but definitely not least, PA 13.
PA 13, Proclamation Filmgate Miami, 12th Year Interactive Media Festival in Miami Beach.
Commissioner Bott.
No, it's not me.
Ooh, sorry.
It's fine. Hi,
Commissioner
Deliana.
Mateo Salinas.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Hi, Deliana. It's so wonderful to be able to give you this recognition today and for Filmgate Miami. You've been in the city of Miami Beach and Miami, both cities, shuttling back and forth this film festival for the past 12 years. And it was wonderful getting to know you a little bit better. You're a Miami Beach resident and you've lived here now for 16 years. And it was very clear that you love Miami Beach just like we all love Miami Beach. And it's wonderful that you're also bringing the arts here to Miami Beach. So we thank you for that. And I know this March, the film festival, this is the 12th year here, correct? Yes, great. So let me tell everyone a little bit about Filmgate. Filmgate Interactive has spent 12 years hosting its groundbreaking immersive media festival in the city of Miami Beach, elevating our community as a premier destination for innovative storytelling and emerging technologies. The Filmgate Interactive Festival brings together filmmakers, artists, technologists, and creative professionals from around the world, strengthening Miami Beach's cultural landscape and advancing its reputation as a leader in interactive and experiential arts. The festival showcases cutting-edge creators who explore new frontiers in film, immersive media, sound, artificial intelligence, and interactive art, presenting a dynamic slate of experiences from exhibitions and labs to master classes, talks, music-driven installations, and live programming that engage audiences in innovative forms of storytelling. Through its dedication to innovation and community engagement, Filmgate Interactive has become an enduring cultural partner to the city of Miami Beach, showcasing immersive work that reflects the vibrancy and artistic character of our community. And now, therefore, do we, as mayor and commissioners of the city of Miami Beach, hereby proclaim March 4th, 2026 as Filmgate Interactive Festival Day in the city of Miami Beach. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. I know it's been a long night, and I can't believe I'm going to be the only one that's reading, but there's a reason why I'm a film producer and not an actor, because I always forget my lines when I get nervous. But on behalf of Filmgate Miami and Filmgate Interactive, I want to sincerely thank you, commissioners and mayor and the city of Miami Beach, for this recognition. It means a great deal to our team and to the entire creative community that makes our work possible. Our team right now is working tirelessly. That's why I'm here alone, because our festival is in 2 weeks right here on Lincoln Road at the Bass Museum at the New World Symphony. So we invite you all to come and experience it. It's amazing to see the future of storytelling, and some of the most innovative experiences from around the world will be right here in Miami Beach. We're so happy to be coming back here after we've been in downtown Miami, but we got a VCA grant and he invited us back, and we're really, really happy to be back in Miami Beach, and we hope that more of our projects will happen here. Filmgate Miami began with a simple mission to support storytellers and to create a space where filmmakers, artists, technologists, and innovators come together to explore the future of media. Over time, the idea has grown into a platform that connects local talent with global creators and partners. We have become a top 10 interactive festival of the world, up there with Sundance and Cannes and Tribeca. And then also we won Best of New Times Festival last year, so that was really cool. Today, the creative industries are not only cultural drivers, as you know, they're powerful economic engines. They attract talent, spark entrepreneurship, create jobs, and help position cities like Miami Beach as a global center of innovation. Through our festival, labs, and year-round programs, we are proud to contribute to the growing ecosystem and to showcase the incredible creativity that lives right here. So we hope we have more Oscars coming, more films made here, more Moonlights that are coming out of here, and we are one of the organizations that supports that. So thank you so much, and I appreciate you so much. This is a great honor.
Thank you to my colleagues. Thank you. Thank you to my colleagues. Thank you, everyone. Congratulations to all the well-deserved honorees tonight and awardees. And have a great night. God bless you all.
God bless you.